I had no shirt.
I'm
I had no
lagging
shirt
so
earlier.
bad over here.
And we are live with Kameron Brown and Nick from Fresco Harmony. It's fucking hot where you are.
Nah, it's not bad. I just wanted to take my shirt off, show the ladies.
I know, right?
It's really hot there now.
And Cam, yeah, it got a whole lot hotter.
Oh yeah, if it wasn't before, it is now.
I got to remember to take my my Columbia shirt and my Columbia hat. And what hat are you wearing there, Cam?
Mugs.
Oh yeah.
Mugs.
Yeah, I'm
Mugs workwear.
gonna find that little treasure room that has all their merch, and I'm gonna rob them like a bank robbery. That's my plan. I am taking extra room in a bag though. I'm gonna buy them in bulk. I fucking love those shirts, man. Get a fucking half a dozen hats.
Yeah, I saw where they were passing out swag bags. And I was excited. I'm
there
hoping
we go.
to at least get my hands on a couple of them.
Yeah.
Aaron's already hooked me up with I've got 4 or 5 different Columbia shirts now, a hoodie, couple hats. Aaron's dude.
Cam, we know you're their favorite. You don't have to rub it in.
Yeah, don't rub it in, bro.
So we're talking about the training and what's going to happen. I don't want to step on your toes, Sean, but let's drive the bus, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. So how are you seeing this thing play out? Just like the CSR event, I would think, eh? We're gonna have a couple of walls, bunch of sample boards.
Samples are key. So like my main focus, and I always look at I follow a lot of the plaster pages. I don't want to bash anybody. The plaster pages, they're always making samples. It's almost like an art show. I'm gonna turn on this light. There we go. That's gonna be better. It's always like an art show, and the plaster samples are beautiful. Like I love them. But a lot of times for me with the plaster pages, like all you're seeing is samples. Like, you don't see the walls. I like the idea of walls getting done. So a large portion, there's a couple of aspects that is different than Fresco Harmony training than plaster trainings that I want to highlight. One is we're making samples that you can take that sample and use it to sell. Selling is paramount. If you're not selling specialty wall finishes, then you're not making money. What good is it?
Right.
So that all I do is sell Fresco Harmony. I make money doing it. I want to show other drywall professionals how to do that, or plaster people or painters or whoever wants to do it. Like, I don't care.
I think that's kind of the key part of it all, is because you're going to have people out there that can do it. It's a matter of bridging that gap of how do I sell it, or how do I get a builder to even fucking know that it exists. Really that's a big thing that you're bringing to that event, as opposed to just Fresco. It's we can do that stuff online. It's the being able to talk to you about it.
And when Cam came down and we did the training, a lot of it was like sales, right? I mean, you got to do walls. I think we're having Jonathan's coming to Albuquerque, and I think what I'm going to start doing is my wife has properties that need Fresco Harmony. I'm in a house here that needs Fresco Harmony. I'm thinking how cool would it be to just post up people like the house that you stayed in, Cam? You could have just done Fresco Harmony right there. I could have paid you a wage, gotten a good deal on Fresco Harmony, and then you would have gotten all of that experience doing Fresco Harmony. To me, it's paramount, man. There is a huge disconnect between doing a small little sample board. It's valuable to do that, but it's totally different when you do a wall or a room. You've got bullnose features, you've got this and that. And so
And even down to the masking off, like that's something that as a drywaller you're not used to leaving that cut edge, that fine line. You know what I mean? So,
right. We leave it for the painter to come in and finish. Yeah. When you do Fresco Harmony or any specialty wall system, you're the final guy. That wall's got to be covered up. You can't have holidays. You got to go around the bullnose. You got to finish bullnose, or square corners can even be tricky, as you found, like that kind of crap, And when you're in proximity with me or you guys or Cam that's already done it, you get that visceral sort of, one-on-one like experience, where you can ask questions, you can play around with the medium. Maybe we can do a wall. We'll have larger samples set up, and just have fun. And I'm not charging for it. These plaster trainings are like $1,000, $1,500. And that's on top of like getting your ass like wherever across the country to wherever the damn thing's taking place. It's like, no, I'm not going to charge somebody to come learn how to use my product. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's one out here, and I think it's $1,600, and I think it's 3 days, and I don't even know if they're a reputable place. Like, I think it's a distributor that does it. But I mean, that's a fucking investment. That's a time investment too. You're gonna spend 3 days, $1,600.
Maybe we should start charging.
Well, I think if you found people that were that interested in it, like there's a difference between coming to this event and getting your hands in it, and wanting to like specifically know it from the ground up. Like if this took off and the only thing it was lacking was a certain thing, you could absolutely do a weekend of focusing on whatever those parts are that people are struggling with, whether it be sales or getting the product, or it just, maybe they're fucking up the ceiling or something, you know what I mean, like with the or whatever. I think there is a place for that, because I kind of fell into a hole a little bit that I backed way off, because I was like, yeah, I'll fucking show anybody that wants to do it, and then you find out like that's what you're doing fucking 20% of your time now, and it's like, let's do another teach out. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good thing, man, and especially out there. I don't think anybody's doing it out there. I would assume, right?
It's sporadic. I think a lot of it has to do with where people are finding out about Fresco Harmony on social media. So it's all over the place. We ship all over the United States, and all of these little different places are popping up in Canada. I just thought of a good title for this podcast: Bearing It All.
Bearing it all.
Or Bearing Your Chest.
Hey, I'm going to not wear pants on the next one. What do you think about that?
I'm already not.
Cam's bearing it all off the camera.
I love it.
Oh boy. So yes, all of these things. Plus the caveat is it's at Columbia headquarters. Like, we get to go, like me, Aaron, and Elliot. Those guys are super cool. You get to go and tour the facility. I'm excited to see their facility. Vancouver, BC is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
I've been up there in my youth, but it's gorgeous over there. Why not? Why not take a vacation, learn Fresco, and meet some cool people? And also too, we had a ball at the Las Vegas AWCI Build 23. There, if you haven't been to like CSR Black Friday event, or any of the CSR events, or any of the events in the United States, they're really fun because you get to meet other drywall dudes, and we can bullshit about drywall as much as we want. And
totally.
And who's more awesome than drywall people? So like, you know what I mean? Like, we've all gotten to know each other. Aaron's super cool.
Yeah.
Brad's cool up at CSR. All the girls are awesome.
Yeah.
Like, we've got to meet all these cool people, and it's just a ton of fun getting to hang out with other drywall dudes. That's the other aspect is that I want to see, is the camaraderie. And like, it's super cool that Fresco Harmony has the capacity to like
Yeah,
Bring
bring everyone together.
bring
Yeah.
the trade together. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, anything last year, if they were like it's being held at Columbia, it wouldn't have fucking mattered what it was. If it was knitting, I would have been knitting my ass off just to get out there, right? Like that's probably, I love CSR. I love the new Barrie store for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a venue goes, Columbia headquarters, that's pretty dope, man. That's I'm super happy that we're doing this. I'm real happy that I'm tagging along. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I was saying this to Cam too, like you don't want 100 people to show up because you don't get any real time with people, but there is kind of like that perfect number.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably going to get right there, which is great.
Doesn't matter, one person or 12 people, like I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm excited to
Dusty's
go out there and play around.
Mhm.
Dusty's coming?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Who's Dusty?
I talked to him right away. He's a fucking excellent finisher from out there, but I think he lives like 3 hours outside or something like that.
Polar?
Yeah, Dusty.
Okay.
I don't want to butcher his name. I think it's Polark, something like that.
Polar.
But yeah, follow his page. That's if you haven't yet, he's all over fucking TikTok, dude.
Cool.
But yeah, he's a really cool guy. But I mean, like right out of the gate, we're gonna have some cool people there, man. I'm super excited about it.
Also, all you dudes from the United States, like Cam and I had to do to go visit these cool Canadian events, get your passport, man. If you don't have any felonies, get your passport. Well, there might be a couple felonies floating around out there, but if you don't have a felony, get your passport so you can go up to Canada. It's right there. They're our neighbors. They're awesome. Everyone from Canada that I've met is super cool. And you can go to these cool events like that. I mean, those CSR events are amazing. You get to meet Brian Kitchen and Phil and all these cool influencers and the taping queen and shit. Like all those people are fun and cool.
And
maybe
we had
Ice Rock. Maybe Ice Rock. I don't know.
Yeah, we want to get them up here. That three-way event, we did it on the fucking long weekend. There was like a million things against us, but we still with the people that did show up, we had a fucking blast. It's like it's kind of more about the hangout than it is the thing that you're going for, right? It's just like it's kind of like what everybody's doing or whatever. But yeah,
I have a lot of fun at Build 23, but hanging out with the drywall dudes, like, because we had like a nice little crew.
Yeah,
that was fun.
I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be.
Kam and I both have a guitar in our background. I'm noticing.
I noticed yours too. The difference between us is you know how to play yours and I don't. Yet.
I also have a guitar right here that I cannot play.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I keep fucking picking it up and I'm like, you know what? I think I'll put some time aside.
Same.
Just does not happen.
You know what's funny is a lot of people know how to play the guitar and they're extremely difficult to learn.
Yeah.
Like anybody that knows how to play guitar has invested hundreds, thousands of hours. They're very difficult. They're a lot more difficult than you think. But knowing that, keep that guitar out and just pick it up. It doesn't matter if you play the same thing for 3 months. You go through these little valleys and plateaus of like getting better, that you have to plow through to like, I guess, learn it. It's weird. But once you learn, it's like the best thing you've ever done for yourself. Like it's the best gift I've ever given myself in my life is learning how to play a guitar.
I would love to just sit and pick at an acoustic guitar, like on a summer day or whatever.
Yeah,
I think that'd be so chill.
Crowd. Yeah.
It's as cool as you think. And it's like every time you pick it up too, it's super, super cool. Yeah. And now that I've got this place, I just have guitars and amps like everywhere. There's like my acoustical amp.
Yeah.
That's my electric amp.
Looks like an old TV.
This old guy, yeah, it's from the 60s.
That's dope.
I just dropped my mic.
Mic drop.
Fucking mic drop.
Give me a second while I reconnect. Technical difficulties over here.
All right, cool. I wanted to talk to you about the sand a little bit.
Yeah.
So so it reads 60 grit sand on the package. Do you have different grits?
Yeah, there's different grades. I did not know
Okay.
this, but where I get the sand, so I get 100-pound bags of the shit.
Right.
I put it into the container mostly just to show you how much I'm using. You can certainly order it from me. It's it's very cheap. It's not that expensive, but it's that unit goes into a bucket of mud.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to sort of make it easy for the end user. But you can certainly buy a bag if you're doing a ton of it. So the sand is a little different. It's more like your micro cement look. Or down here, they have a product called American Clay, and they sell it all over the globe. They have it up in Canada. People want to try out the American Clay. I talked to Phil a little bit about American Clay. He was going to give that a try. There's no difference in the sanded Fresco Harmony than the American Clay, aside from it's 10 times more expensive.
So that Pro Foam, the place that I went where we did their office, they just wanted to see all kinds of Fresco, and then they had this big fireplace that they were doing. That was the reason to go do the teach out. And the customer brought in the sample board that he was given, and I think it was that micro cement. Okay. And you would kind of touch it, take a look at it, and then we went over to the wall that we did, and they were fucking identical. It was so close. He actually liked the Fresco more because there were like little high-low spots, and it was just the way that it was pulled. Sure. But yeah, when he told us the price of what they quoted, it was it was like monumentally different.
That's the big difference, is that now all of a sudden you're a drywall guy. You can go as low as $1.50 a square foot and still turn a profit. Like, I'm charging $4 a square foot, but you have that margin. You're not battling the price of the material and the complication of the application. So that is the big thing that the Fresco Harmony thwarts. It's like, takes all the guesswork out of it. You're just dumping the color pack into the mud, makes perfect color every time. And then you can kind of do, like, you took it and you did this blotchy black and white finish. Cam took it and he did this cool black and white swirl. I like it simple. I like just, layered method, gloss sealer, keep it simple. Yeah, you can do.
Kinds of shit.
You can do it. And that sample that you made with the teal, there's some black.
It's mine up
there.
Smoking.
It's got black. I took Lone Azul and then went over it with Dave's Midnight Black, and then gold sealer on that one. And there's some Elmer's glue in it too. I started messing with the glue.
Oh, that Midnight Dave's is something else, huh?
Yeah, it is dark.
It's dark.
I like it.
You don't think you can go any darker than the Galtiero Steel, and the Midnight Dave's is like, whoa.
So what is that, like a triple pack?
It's like a triple pack.
Yeah.
So it comes in a quart instead of the 16-ounce color pack. The triple pack there's 2 other triple packs also, but I don't really market.
I ended up doing. You can't fucking see it. That's the worst part about Fresco. Is you can't show it online.
When I was holding it on my sample board, I'm like, I wish you guys were just here to see this.
But that's a good point, and that's why I tell people. So in my studio, I've got a gazillion samples.
Yeah.
All of the walls are done. You've got a wall in your house now. Cam's got some projects that he can show off, but it's paramount that you have someplace in your office, or you can even go talk to a cabinet person or a design center, tile places. You can go down and talk to tile places and be like, hey man, here's a color chart, pick out a color. I want to do a free accent wall in your showroom. Tile places are like, people are going in there to pick out tiles. That's like prime real estate. And all they have is just blank walls. They would love to do Fresco Harmony to their showroom it makes their product look better. And you can even leave like a placard that says, you know, wall is Fresco Harmony by Sean Ramsden, Brawley's Dad Construction, with a phone number. Done. You'll get several jobs. You'll get several jobs just from that. But those are strategies to selling. Whereas, you know, before you didn't have to sell.
Yeah, that is a hell of an idea. Anywhere where a designer is going to be going to pick up their material or choose their material, that is a brilliant place to give a.
Designers have showrooms. Designers have places, like little places where people come and there's like color swatches. There's color swatches. There's they have sample boards of like cabinetry. You know, designers like have this like barrage of things all the time. If you can get into a design shop, get in with a designer and just be like, hey man, this is pretty cool stuff. We can smooth out your walls and do a free accent wall for you, gussy up your studio at the same time. Dude, they'd be all over it. No doubt in my mind.
Oh, we lost Cam here.
Cam's frozen.
He's the ice cold ice.
Like a popsicle. Like an ice cold popsicle.
Ice cold ice.
I'm gonna take a picture of that.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm cutting out so bad over here.
You might have to get that was happening with the three-way, and I had to get an extender that pushes the
Oh yeah.
You might have to get one of those, Cam.
What's the push that cut out?
It's like a range extender for your Wi-Fi. That's what Nick needed down in your studio, right?
I have one now, and I haven't had an issue. I haven't had an issue since I got it. Like,
how did you end up getting your first sale there, Cam? Like, did you do some free work prior? Oh, you see, maybe the audio's cutting out too.
Let's get the answer from Cam. Let's get the answer from Cam, and then I got to I have to get off of this call, unfortunately.
Hey, no problem, man.
But I'm curious too, Cam. How did you get your sale? If you're able to answer.
This makes me so happy. He's like,
okay, are you back?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Now you're stuck like that. Back to my first Fresco job. I think the trip out to Albuquerque did a lot of marketing for that through my Instagram. I think that's where I picked up, because I had a lot of those pictures to share from that job, and plus I learned the sample boards while I was out there, and sales pitching while I was out there, which was huge.
Yeah,
the sample boards.
You got to know how to sell it, and the sample boards are key. With
sample boards are key.
How to sell it.
Yeah,
and even the sample, like, it's so much different when you go from seeing a sample board to seeing a whole wall. Like, it just, when you see the whole wall, it just completely changes.
Yeah,
You'd
the depth, depth and the texture, and just the way the different light hits it. That's what it's about.
Oh, we're gonna do a wall too in the Galtiero steel at the Columbia headquarters too.
Beautiful.
So Wednesday we'll do a base coat, and then at the training on Thursday we'll do second coat and sealer, and we'll do the Galtiero steel.
So
it's gonna look good.
Okay, I already know the answer to this question, but do I need to bring any tools with me? I'm sure that there's plenty up there.
We talked about it too. I'm gonna bring my hawk, and they're obviously gonna have a tomahawk. I'll bring like a knife, and I don't even think I'm gonna bring a trowel, or what do you think?
Yeah, 6-inch and or like the 4-inch tomahawk and like a larger tomahawk, we could probably wrangle through with those two.
Yeah.
Aaron's gonna have like the buckets, mixers, all of that stuff, drills. I just shipped my 6-inch, my hawk, and my pool trowel, just as more of a caveat to see what's there, to show what I use, the tools that I use if they don't have that on hand.
Totally.
But we'll figure it out, man. Or we'll share tools or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll get through. I'll bring some.
Yeah, same.
Okay, you guys, I got to get rolling, but it's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm leaving tomorrow.
6 days.
I'm leaving tomorrow for
Yeah.
Washington.
Good.
Sweet.
All right,
Yeah.
brother, man. Well, it was good to talk to you. I'm super excited to hang out with you guys. I think that's going to be dope.
And you guys are welcome to stay on and keep chatting. But
I think we will.
thanks.
I'm in.
We'll talk soon.
All right, Nick.
All right, later, guys.
Later,
Okay.
man.
And that is a good time to take a break.